Episode 67 of 5 Drinks for Midnight. You know the show where we bring the questions, guests bring the drinks, we try to wrap up before midnight. Today we're headed up to Harlem to talk to Katie Kennedy, head mixologist at Contento. But before we do, like and subscribe, really help us out. Hell, leave a comment, tell us what you think. Let's get started. Katie, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for having us at Contento. 5 drinks for midnight, 5 drinks, 5 questions. Midnight, whatever comes first. How you doing today? Thank you for having us.
I'm great. Thank you for inviting me to be on your show.
Thank you. We're huge fans. So, again, I guess the big question is, what are we drinking first?
So I hadn't had any coffee today. So this is an Irish coffee. It's ice.
Okay.
Which I know is blasphemy.
Oh.
But everything else is the way it's supposed to be. It's Irish whiskey. I used the J.J. Corey Hansen, which seemed fitting.
Very nice.
We met. And then espresso and simple syrup, sugar, and some heavy cream on top.
Okay, excellent. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good. Hansen goes well with everything, so that's... Okay, so question 1.
Yes.
A little bit of an origin story since we're just meeting and going to become fast friends right after this.
Yep.
BFFs, I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Origin story. How'd you get started in the bar business?
So I started on my 21st birthday. The day I turned 21, I was working at an Irish bar, and I came in really hungover. I was thinking, like, I called the owner, and I was thinking that he would tell me, like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, you know, it's your birthday, whatever. But I was supposed to be in at 10, and I called him, and I was like, I can get there at noon. And he was like, oh, that's great, darling. Come on. We'll see you when you get here. And I was like, oh, dang. So I'm, like, fully slumped over in the back when no one's looking. And then the owner called me up to the bar, and he was like, all right, you've got this. Like, I'm leaving. And he just left and threw me behind the bar. And so that's how it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just from...
The rest is history.
The rest is history?
Yeah.
And then, so then I guess, how did one end up head mixologist here then?
Well, I met Mara, one of the partners in California, through my sister, who's one of her best friends, is also a really good friend of my sister's. And that was before Contento opened, before COVID, before everything. This was 2018. And she told me that she had a project she was working on, and she knew I was moving to New York, and so we stayed in touch. And then everything kind of fell into place for me to come join the team here in September.
Okay, awesome. So then did you move from North Carolina to here, or from California? You were in California?
No, so I moved from North Carolina to New York in January of 2019.
Okay.
And started at Intersect by Lexus as a server assistant, and then got bumped up quickly to bartender, which was really nice, and worked there until COVID, and then everything shut down. And when, I guess, September of 2020, I went to help open Torch and Crown Brewing Company, and I was the head bartender there until I came on board here almost a year later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's a fucking awesome origin story.
Thanks.
I mean, throw you into the fire, sink or swim.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're hungover, too. Like, I mean, like, that's...
Oh, yeah, the perfect storm.
Yeah.
No, I remember making my first Long Island iced tea somebody ordered, and one of the guys that I worked with was also a regular, and he was sitting at the bar and watching me, and he was like, what on earth are you making? And I was like, well, I'm making a Long Island iced tea, because it said one part. So I'm putting a full shot of everything in it, and I mean, it's a pint glass just full of liquor before we even added any, like, sour mix or Coke or whatever else we were putting in it. Yeah, so there's a learning curve. It was good.
Be like, you're going to be dead after you drink this one. So
yeah. You only need one.
You only need one. Oh, amazing. Well, all right. Well, again, I mean, that's question 1. Super easy. Train's leaving the station, so...
Great.
That's it.
Amazing. Cheers.
Cheers. We can sit and... 2, drink 2. What are we drinking?
This is, it's like a strawberry lemonade spritz.
Okay.
Matchbook Distilling is a company that I love to work with, and they're on Long Island. And they made this strawberry Amaro. They wanted to call it an aperitivo, but they had to call it an Amaro because it's made with strawberry wine and eau de vie, I guess. And so, anyway, it's a lower proof option. And my brother and I, when we were little, we're at like a Ruby Tuesdays or TGI Fridays or something like that, O'Charlie's maybe with my family, and they had a 0 proof strawberry lemonade on their menu, and we ordered them, and I think we probably ended up like ordering like 6 without our parents knowing. We called them CPSLs, and so ever since then and forever, I've loved strawberry lemonade.
Okay.
It's a little spritz with lemon and simple, and the Matchbook Distilling strawberry Amaro and some club soda.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a good summer drink. Shitty day today, but like this would be great to sit right outside on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. Oh, that's good.
Sweet.
Oh, that's really good. All right. So, question 2. We're gonna talk a little shit. We're gonna talk a little love.
Okay.
What's the worst thing? What's the worst trend that you think is happening in bartending right now, and the best thing?
I think the best thing for me. Let's start with the best thing.
Yeah.
The best thing for me is the shift in culture that's been happening since COVID.
Okay.
And how, it's just, to me, like, what are we doing if we're not making it better for the people who are coming up behind us? So, if we're not teaching, if we're not bringing people up with us, then what are we really doing? Like, that's just as important as being able to make a good drink and being able to follow a recipe and doing everything else and being able to be creative. Like, that's all great, but I think, so many of us came up through bartending, and then my friends who work in back of house, chefs, came up in a lot of environments that could be abusive and like verbally abusive, mentally abusive, kind of like oh, you have to go through the bullshit to be able to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that it's healthy to have a healthy respect for everyone who came before you and learn the classics and learn, like, respect what everyone else has done and learn from them and read the books and study, but, like, you don't have to put somebody through hell
don't have to be a dick
to help them be a good bartender. You can just hold their hand, and all the women and people who have done that for me up until this day, like, are incredible, and I thank them so much for that. So I think that that's been a big, like, positive shift in the industry, shifting toward lower ABV drinks, having more of a spotlight, non-alcoholic drinks, and just a better, healthier place for us all to work.
Okay.
I think it's the best thing that's happening.
All right.
The worst thing that's happening, I don't know, Punch keeps putting out these articles about, like, the worst drinks and what bartenders hate to make, and then it seems like 2 months later, it's like, oh, the espresso martini is the hottest drink of 2022.
Yeah, but a week ago it was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's like Punch is like, bartenders, what do you hate to make? Okay, it's going to be the best.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know what the worst thing is. It's hard for me to say.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk shit. It's totally cool.
Bars staying open later would be cool.
All right.
Until 4 a.m.
Yeah, I would like that very much. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, we can
Thank you.
fucking crush this out all day. Like, this is just something that...
I love... This company is doing really cool things. With just, like, different experimental... Like, we have an Ahi Amarillo whiskey from them. It's woman-owned, which I love. Mm-hmm. We have, like, a blood orange aperitivo, this strawberry Amaro, the whiskey, a hopped apple brandy that's insane. It's so good. So yeah, I love everything they're doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Ready.
Question 3, drink 3.
Okay.
What are we drinking?
This is a drink I've been making recently because Contento is a Peruvian menu. I've been using leche de tigre to make margaritas.
Okay.
Kind of a riff on a margarita. So leche de tigre is what is served in our ceviche. And it has like some spicier notes, such as ginger, citrus. And I've been doing it with La Gritona Reposado, which is another woman-owned company. Love that. La Gritona with leche de tigre, a little bit of Chinola passion fruit liqueur, a little bit of Aperol, and a little bit of yellow chartreuse. And a lime salt rim.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good.
You kind of get some savory notes in there.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. What's in there again?
It's leche de tigre, which is where most of the flavor comes from. That has like a little bit of like allium, fresh herb flavor to it. The ginger, the citrus, and then it has a little bit of passion fruit liqueur, tequila, Aperol, and yellow chartreuse, and lime salt.
That's damn good. Like that's.
Thank you.
Oh, that is really good. Wow. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. No, that's I keep going because you're getting different flavors every time. So
it's kind of like a snack.
Yes.
Too, right?
Yeah. That's. All right. Okay. So question 3.
Yes.
More of a psychology question.
Okay.
Living or dead, if someone were to belly up at the bar, who would you want it to be?
Oh. I mean, Kesha.
Okay.
Kesha's an easy one for me. I'm obsessed with her.
Okay.
Inside and out. I left a dream catcher outside of her house in Venice Beach when she had a house there because I was too afraid to go knock on the door. So my brother looked up her address when I was going to visit him in LA, and she just bought this like Venice Beach bungalow and sent me an article about it, and I was like, wow, you're the best brother ever. So then I went to visit him, and we got dropped off at this bungalow, or like down the block, because I refused to get dropped off right.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. And so then I get to the house and the front door's wide open, and there's this like story about how Kesha snuck her demo into Michael Jackson's house. And so I was like, they're like, she won't care if you go in. I'm like, no way, I can't go in. So we went to the boardwalk, and I got the gaudiest dream catcher I could find and brought it back and hung it on her mailbox. But then I realized I didn't have a pin or anything either. So to make it creepier, I just like left. And then messaged her on Instagram, and I was like, hey, I'm the one that left a dream catcher outside of your house, and I never got a response. But I think it would be really cool.
All right.
To have her at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, that's a hard one, but you're like, nope, bam, I got it. Like that's
easy.
Psychology 101. I'm like, I'm crazy as shit, but yeah, like I got it.
Exactly. Own it.
Also, didn't mean that as a negative, because again,
no,
we're all fucking crazy down here.
Yeah.
I love it's just you're like, yeah, because everybody else is like, oh, that's a hard one, and you're like, nope, boom, that's who I want.
I'm like, do I think more about it?
Nope, no. You were like right in.
I think so.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you? Who would you want?
I don't know. I would love to drink with Churchill.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I've seen, like, people, like, do, like, the Churchill, like, routine.
Yeah.
And, again, I can't smoke, like, cigars, so, like, I think they're disgusting. So, like, for me, but, like, the amount, like, the guy was, like, hammered by, like, even before noon. So, like, I mean, he had, like, a bottle of champagne before breakfast. So, like, it was just even, but, yeah, I think drinking with Churchill would be fun.
That would be cool.
Because one of my favorite quotes or mottos is, I've taken more out of alcohol than alcohol's taken out of me.
Oh, I like that.
So, like, that's, then that was his quote. So,
yeah.
And then, I mean, again, his mom invented the Manhattan. So, like, you got it, like, who doesn't love a Manhattan? So,
oh,
like,
yeah.
Let's drink to mom and drink Manhattan. Yeah. So, like, yeah, like that's.
Drinking with a purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drink 4. Question 4.
Yes.
Jeez. See? You already got me hammered. So, like, I'm in trouble. All right. So, question 4, drink 4. What are we drinking?
This is one of my favorite Amaros, which is heirloom pineapple Amaro, with just a splash of sorrel liqueur in there from Brooklyn. Shout out to Jackie Summers because it's delicious, and a splash of soda.
Excellent. Cheers. Oh, fuck yeah.
It's pretty quaffable, I think.
Oh, that is... Yeah. I like that.
The heirloom pineapple Amaro is coming out of Minnesota, so a lot of people are surprised when I get their Amaro from Minnesota.
All right.
But I think it's pretty delicious. And the heirloom pineapple and the sorrel both have these nice baking spice notes.
Yeah, that's...
so they complement each other really well. The
That is-
sorrel lends that beautiful color.
That is so nice. It'd be good on a cake.
Yeah!
I'm taking notes over here.
Yes!
Alright. That's really fucking good. Alright, so question 4. What is the weirdest thing that you've been asked over the bar that was not a drink? Found it.
Oh God, let me see. I mean, I've been flashed over the bar. I've been like...
Again, we weren't trying to be dirty. I mean, for like me, the weirdest thing I ever saw was, can I bring my bird in here? So like that was like again, not trying to be dirty, but like I mean,
naturally that's where my brain goes. Surely there's been something.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back a few years when I was in North Carolina, bartending at that Irish bar. It's called the Collada.
Yeah.
I bartended there for 6 years and learned everything. But I did have a guy come in and order a quesadilla for his goat that was in the car. So this guy used to like roll around, and then like fast forward a couple years, we hadn't seen him in a while, and I found his goats were seized at customs in Canada apparently, or were stuck there for a minute until he could go back and get them. That was weird.
Okay.
He would come in and order food to take to his goat in the car. That might be one of them.
I think that really tops the...
Yeah.
Got my goat in the car.
Yeah.
Did you get a burrito? Like,
Yeah, it's like spinach salads or like a spinach quesadilla, like whatever. I mean, a side of mashed potatoes. Yeah. It's a goat, right? I guess they eat anything. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just put it in the styrofoam. They'll eat that too. But
Exactly.
I mean, now we know North Carolina is freaky. I mean, New York, like anything is like nothing shocks me. Yeah.
Oh my God, my friend and I were walking down the street yesterday. And somebody was yelling from their window, like just had the window open, and they had a microphone with a speaker, and we were like, where is that coming from? Because it sounded like it was coming from this square where there was like a party, and we were like, no, that's just a window that's open, and they're yelling and talking about whatever. We were like, New York gets weird in the summer. It starts to warm up, and everybody really starts to come out again.
And again, we haven't even gotten to the hot days yet. No. So like we haven't even started like the full. Yeah. It was like 70 and gorgeous out, and then like the crazy meter just immediately jumped. Yeah. Wait till it's like like 9 days and 90, and like everybody's like sweating balls and just going down to get the subway air conditioning where it's like the train just goes by and you don't even get on. You're just standing there like getting that air. But
that clean, nice subway breeze.
Yeah, there's a meme going around that I've seen a few times now. People have sent it to me. It's this one girl, like she's on like she's in Union Square, I know that. But she's like, how do you tell if these fuckers are from New York? And she just starts yelling, like every fucking percent. She's like, you see everybody that turned around? Not from New York.
So true. Don't look.
Yeah.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah. So it's like all of a sudden like you're just like, you motherfucking asshole, and then you're like everybody else just keep walking out, and all the tourists are like, what? Yeah. And then you're like, you ain't from here. So like everybody else is just like, that's nothing. Like it's just going through and
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's you.
Trying to laugh quietly.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just dying.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, it is though. But it's like just like the weirdest shit I've seen. And then again, yes, a lot of weird shit does happen in bars. Like it just, I mean, even dirty shit. But like, I mean, that's not where I was going with it. But like it was, like I mean.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some weird, dirty stuff too. So like,
oh my God, my best friend from North Carolina. I'm gonna be in her wedding this weekend. Came up to me on St. Patrick's Day at the same bar and said some girl just like took her shoe and ripped her hair in the bathroom. Like just anything can happen. Like
it just.
I don't put anything past anyone at this point.
I think that like, I mean, I think can I get a burrito for my goat is like. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt, but like that is gonna be like one of those things that like, I mean, I've seen some weird shit in New York, but like, I mean, I kind of like it. Can I get at least he's taking care of his goat. I mean, like
when he first started, like nobody knew what was going on. He would just come in and order like multiple dishes, and like one would be for here and one would be to go, or like eat half of it here and take the rest of it to go, and order something else. And we always just assumed, like, oh, he had a friend that he was taking it to or whatever. No, he was taking it out to his car to feed the goat. In the car, in the parking lot.
Alright. I mean, wild. Like,
literally.
But also, like, what kind of car was it? Was it like a Fiat? Was it like a 2-seater? Or was it like a full, like, Chevy Celebrity? Like, it's got a family car? Or
it was
like,
definitely a 4-door, like, maybe an Oldsmobile or something like that. It was definitely an older model. Something with character, you know? Yeah, I'm sure it's very comfortable for the goat.
I'm sure, like,
he was in.
Yeah, like, where does the goat, like, is the goat just in the back seat? Is the goat in the front seat? Like,
enjoying the sedan.
Yeah, like, do goats like dogs? Like, did they put their head out the window as you're like,
that's how we saw it. Because its head was out the window.
Just driving down the street.
Yeah.
Perfect, well, there we go. That's question 4, drink 4.
Cheers.
Can I get a burrito for my goat?
Just made my goat.
Alright, so 5th and final question.
Yeah.
What are we drinking first?
Okay, so we're having a Boilermaker.
Okay.
Which is quintessential, like when I get off work, if I go straight to a bar, this is what I order. And this is Back Home Beer, which is a beautiful product from Brooklyn. It's made by a woman named Zara, and she's using her family's traditional recipes. And this is just a delicious lager. It's her Persian Blue.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then on the side, we have my favorite bourbon, which is Eagle Rare.
Okay, even better.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, 5th question comes down to our Whiskey Wednesday coin.
Oh boy. Okay.
You can flip it, you can spin it, you can do whatever you want, but the coin gives us the question or the answer.
Okay.
You don't have to answer unless you want,
Okay.
but the coin will give us the answer.
Okay.
So, question 5. Had this drink this one time. I don't know what was in it. It was something with green. Can you make it for me? Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Which is exactly like that's the answer everybody should be getting. Because again, that is the. I mean, I hate that question when like you sitting at the bar and someone comes up and I'd be like, I had this drink this one time. Like it was like blue and I think I had tequila, but can you make it for me? And you're like, I don't know what that is.
I
Like,
love that.
oh really?
Yes, I love that question. I had a guest in last weekend, and she was with her mom, and she was like, "Do you know how to make a Chapman cocktail?" Which I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's her favorite drink. I think her mom was probably visiting from out of town, like you can kind of tell. And she was like, I just have to ask. It's her favorite drink. I don't know if you can make it or not. And I looked it up, and apparently it's a Nigerian drink that uses grenadine and Angostura bitters and blackcurrant syrup and 2 different types of soda, like Fanta and Sprite, or like Fanta and a lemon lime soda, and cucumber. And I didn't have any cucumber, so I used celery. But I was like, yeah, I'll try it. Like, I love that. I was like, yes, I'll make you whatever. It was blue. Okay, so like, what do I have that's blue? We'll make it happen.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then you are better than most. It's like that is like I know a lot of bartenders' pet peeve is just like they're like, I just had this drink here this one time. It was green and I don't know what was in it. Can you make it? And like you're like tequila, and they're like, no, it wasn't tequila. And you're like listing off everything, and yeah.
You have to catch you in the right mood, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's 5 drinks down, 5 questions answered. Not even close to midnight.
I know.
Katie, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
or
you.
having us. This was absolutely fucking amazing. Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure. So I can't wait till we drink again in person. So
Same.
cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.